Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo Sport here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here. Now in today's video we're looking at the new update 1.13 and this update comes with 12 new cars, 4 new circuit variations, another location added to scapes, some more events added to campaign and much more guys. We're going to go through it all in today's episode, plus we're going to be testing out one of the new vehicles as well and I cannot wait. This is going to be brilliant. Also don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Right, let's get into looking at this update. So here we go guys. Right guys, so there's the list of the new cars they've added on the update, and amongst that list are some real classic muscle cars from the 1970s. Oh my dear lord, Gran Turismo Sport, you do spoil me. Plus they've added a Gran Turismo F1500 TA, an open wheeler. That is going to be extreme. I cannot wait to test that out. But there is one thing that I do think that they need to concentrate on, and that's more circuits. Although they have added 4 variations in this update, I still think they need to add more. But that's just me guys. But this is the new circuit. It's the Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield A and the reverse, and the Blue Moon Bay Speedway Infield B and reverse. We're going to test that circuit out as well in today's episode, but I still think they need to add more circuits. They've added more to the campaign, so we've got a GT League as well. So we're going to be having a look at that as well in this episode. Plus, they've added the Monza to the circuit experience as well. That's something that if you like doing the circuit experiences. And we're going to check out also guys the other fixes on the update, because they're just as important as the circuits and the new vehicles. So we're going to get into that now guys, flick through and have a look. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right guys, we're just going to quickly run through some of the information given on the update 1.3. I always think the fixes are always important as well, like I said, so we're going to quickly run through that. So we already know they've added some campaign mode, which we're going to look at. We're going to look at all the cars in a minute, but they've added fixes to the livery editor, discovery, my library, race photo. There's some fixes on sports mode, and they've made a slight fix on one of the vehicles on this physics simulation model, which is always needed. Hopefully this will improve your experience. Let me know in the comments below if there's any fixes that they haven't implemented that you still think they need to add. But let's get straight into looking at some of the new events added to campaign mode, and the most important, the cars. Right, let's have a look at the events they've added to campaign. So in Beginners League, they've added Stars and Stripes. And I must admit, guys, I do need to do some more campaign. It's been a while since I've been on there. I've been so busy with so many other games, I get lost. Right, next up is in Amateur League, we've got the Vision Gran Turismo Trophy. So there's 3 races in there. Professional League, we've got the F1500 Championship, which is a must in my book. That's going to be interesting. Also interesting to see how the AI drive in those cars. We're definitely going to test that out. And the Endurance League, we've got the Porsche Cup. You can't not miss out a Porsche Cup. I love the Porsches on this game, so that's definitely going to be tested out at some point as well. Right, let's have a look at the next section in this update. Right guys, next up we're looking at a new location that's added in scapes, and it's actually in Japan, and it's snowy scenes. And I'll tell you what, this is quite fitting because it's actually snowing quite a lot in the UK, but I do like using scapes. Let me know in the comments below how much you use scapes. I must admit, some of these pictures and some of the way that you can set up your thumbnails using these pictures is amazing. I do think it's a quite a good mode to add to a game, and some games do need to learn from Gran Turismo for this. Right, let's move on. The most important section, the cars. Right guys, let's get into looking at the cars on this update 1.13, and first up is a Ford. So let's have a look at this awesome vehicle, and this is a classic, and it's from the 1970s. It is a Mustang from 1971, and just look at this beast. It's an N300 car. It's not got the greatest stats, but I wasn't expecting it to be great stats, but like I said, there is quite a few in this update from 1970, which is really interesting. So let's get into the next one, and the next one is a Dodge. Let's have a look at this, and I do believe this is another classic, and yes it is. It is the Challenger 1970, and again the stats aren't great, and I'll tell you what, although this is an M400, I still think racing this against the Mustang would be really interesting. I mean, you can obviously upgrade the car to bring them in the same category, but I think that would be a good matchup to see which is the best muscle car. But let's move on. So that's 2 of the cars already we've looked at. There's 10 more to go, and I'll tell you what, I do like this update. Some of the cars and the variety that they've mixed up in this update is absolutely brilliant. Right, so let's move on. So we move on to Europe, and there is quite a few cars in this sector. Right guys, first up we're going to go into Volkswagen, but this isn't a new vehicle, this is just a related spot. It's just one of the other extra things that they add on Gran Turismo, like the museum, the channel, etc. I think it's good. I do like this sort of stuff, so that is another related spot to use, guys. Right, let's get into the next car on this update, and I'll tell you what, it's an absolute cracker, so let's get into it, and it is in Audi. I think you can probably guess what car this is going to be, and it is the R8, and I'll tell you what, this model is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to test this one out. It's the R8 4.2 FSI R-Tronic from 2007. Now, I don't think this thing's going to handle very well, but it is extremely powerful, and it's worth a go. I have tested this car out on quite a few other racing games, so I'll be interested to see how it handles on this one. And yeah, so that's the next car on the pack. And in the next make of car, there is actually two cars, and that is Alpine. Now, they already had like a Group X car in Alpine, but now we've got two other cars in two other categories. We've got an N300 and an N100. This car looks pretty decent. The A110 Premier Edition. It's from 2017, so it's a new car. I've never seen one of these before, but that looks interesting. And we've got this another car from the 1970s. I've never seen one of these either. I'm not very big on Alpine. I don't know a lot about the company or the cars, so it'd be interesting to test that out and have a look and see what it's like. Right, so we move on to the next category, and it is a Lamborghini. What Lamborghini are they going to give us? I think you've already guessed, because this car is just absolutely phenomenal on every single game that I've ever used it, and it's the Lamborghini Aventador. Now, if I won a few £1,000,000, I'll tell you what, I'll be out right to the dealership buying one of these. I just love everything about this car. The look, the sound, the interior is just absolutely amazing. And look at that, max speed 10. Just an awesome car. I think it's one of the best models that they've made, but that's my opinion. You might feel differently about it, but it just looks absolutely awesome. Right, next up is another classic. Now, I don't know a lot about this car, but this is another car from 1970, so it's another classic. And again, I do like the fact this game does concentrate a lot on the classic cars. If you remember all the other Gran Turismo games, they had a massive field of classic cars, and I'll tell you what, this will be good against some of the other classic cars that they added on the last update, so we're definitely going to have to test this one out. And I'll tell you what, the interior on this and the cockpit looks awesome, so that's definitely on the list. Right, let's move on to the next car. Right guys, we move on to a different part of the world and Japan, and we go straight into Toyota. Now, there's two cars in Toyota, but there is only one that I'm really interested in, and the reason for that is because I've been in one and I know what they're like in real life. There's the MR2, which is great, but the one for me is the Super 3-litre GT Turbo from 1988. Now, I've been in one of these cars because one of my family members had one in a straight line. Oh my god, they were quick. When that turbo kicked in, you bloody knew about it. Weren't the greatest handling around the corners. I'm really interested to see how this car is on the game and how well they've done with it. So that's definitely on the shopping list, and it's dirt cheap as well. Right, so we move on to the next category, and the next category's got two cars in it as well, and that's Subaru. Now, I've heard that they've added these two cars. Now, there's one from 2016 and one from 2017. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about them. There is the Subaru WRX STI Isle of Man Time Attack car. The stats don't look amazing, but it's one of those things. I mean, the GRX category is just all over the place. You've got some really quick cars that can do nearly 300 miles an hour, and some that can only do 180. They do need to split that category up, and you've also got this one, and the stats don't look good on this, but again, they're new cars. I've got no idea what they're going to be like. It's just worth trying them out, and they're not too expensive as well. And normally the GRX cars are a lot more than that, so 400,000, 300,000, I think they're still worth adding to the garage. Right, I do believe we have got one more car to look at, and this is the car that I've been really looking forward to trying out, and it's an open wheeler, and it's the Gran Turismo F1500 TA. Stats on that look crazy. We're going to be testing out this car, and it is 1,000,000 credits, but I think it's going to be worth every single penny. I still feel that they need to add more cars like this, because some other car games have got so many more open wheelers than what Gran Turismo have offered. But it's a start, so we're going to test this one out, and we're going to test this car around one of those new circuit variations as well. Hopefully it's going to be an awesome experience. It's going to be crazy fast, I guarantee you that. So let's get straight into it now, guys, and hopefully don't bin it around the corner. I think we'll race it against the AI as well, so let's get straight into it now. So here we go. Right, guys, so we're going to race the F1500 TA round one of the new circuit variations. So we've got 4 circuits to choose from. You've got the infill A and reverse and the infill B. Now, this car's going to be super quick. I think I'm going to go with the infill B because it's got less turns on it, and we've got no idea how this car's going to handle. But what I am going to do, I am going to turn all the assists off. I might leave ABS on. I think we might need ABS, but I'll turn all the other assists off, and I think we'll leave it on intermediate. I've got no idea how the AI are going to be in these cars, but I can see this car being used quite a lot in races, especially even in the online races. So it's going to be really good fun. So let's get straight into our first experience using the G29. So let's get into it now. So here we go. Right, so here we go with our first experience. Now, I've put the car on super soft and I've turned the assist off. I've got no idea what this car's going to be like. Now, let's quickly run through the camera views, but I'm going to go inside the car for this first experience. I think that is the best experience in these sort of cars. Let's see how we do. Oh my God, this car's going to be quick. Almost, over 200 mile an hour already. Right, let's see what the brakes are like. Slow it down. Oh God, it stopped pretty quickly. That is pretty decent. Right, let's try not to spin it up around this turn. We've got 2 cars really close behind us in the mirror. Oh my God, they're really on my tail, trying to pressurise me. Give me a chance. I don't know the circuit very well, and they're probably going to smack me off on this next corner. Oh my God, this circuit is quick. Right, slow it down. Got a tight turn here. Oh, that isn't too bad. And I think that is almost it. This is going to be a really quick circuit. This is going to be under 50 seconds, I think. Yes, it is. And I see someone's just hit a 42 seconds, so it is going to be extremely quick. But I still think this circuit will be good for slower vehicles as well. Right, let's slow it down. Let's see if we can at least finish in the top 5. This is only a 4-lap race, as it is a first experience. Right, try not to spin it up this time. We've still got a couple of cars sitting quite close behind us. Let's see if we can just take a little bit more speed. Oh my God, 230, still going. Oh my God, this car is quick. Slow it down, slow it down. Oh God, just a little tap there. Didn't think I was going to stop it, but managed to control it, and we've moved up to P10. Right, let's try and accelerate around this turn in 4th gear. Oh my God, this thing accelerates so goddamn quick, up to 200 mile an hour, and we're going to take a few on the straight, and oh my dear Lord, this is quick. Right, we've got a sharp turn coming up. Let's slow it down. Oh, be careful. Big crowd of cars there. Got one sitting right beside me, but just managed to get through there without getting taken out, and we've moved up the field. We're up to 5th now. We're starting to get the feel of this car, and we've got a good drive around that turn, and we are closing in. I think we can win this if we can just push it. Right, slow it down, be good on the brakes, and got a little bit of a nudge there by the car behind. They're a bit aggressive at the moment, these AI in these cars, but I'm still in the race, and he's gone in the inside, so he's trying to overtake me, but I think I should be able to get him on the turn, and we have, and we've managed to get past. Oh, this is going to be a freeway battle into this last lap. Am I going to be able to get the win? Right, slow it down. No, I couldn't hold the speed. I wasn't. Oh God, a little bit of contact from behind, and I made contact with the car in front of me. I couldn't help that, but I'm still in the race. But those two have got away. And can we just take a little bit more speed through this sector? We have dropped a bit of time. Oh God, I didn't notice on that second lap I hit a 39-second lap, so that was definitely pretty quick. Right, hold it into that turn. Don't lose it. Oh, got a decent enough drive. Right, let's see if we can just accelerate, get in their slipstream, and take them on the straight. That's not bad. Can we squeeze through? Yes, we can. Are we going to win it? We're just in the lead. Are we going to win it? Yes, we do. Oh my God, what a brilliant first experience. Oh my God, that car is so quick. Definitely going to have to race that on the hardest level as well, guys, but I thought that would be good for the first experience. But those cars are amazing, and I actually did get a clean race bonus because that car hit me and I hit the other car, so that wasn't my fault, so that was brilliant. Guys, that is the end of the episode. I'm going to leave you a replay of that race, but please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will try and keep you up to date with all the updates and all the racing games that I show on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon.